Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Weekend Kitchen Frenzy. Today we're going to be showing you how to make our chuck roast. First we're going to start off by taking our roast and seasoning it with some salt and pepper. And season it gradually. It is a big piece of meat and we want to make sure that it is nicely seasoned. Alright, once we got that side done, we're just going to give it a little flip and repeat the process on the other side. And while we're doing this, go ahead and get your cast iron pan or any pan that you have big enough to fit this meat inside on a high heat, about medium high. About 2 tablespoons of oil and place it in there. We're going to get a nice little sear before we cook this low and slow. And go to about 5 minutes on each side. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes. We're just going to go ahead and give this a little flip here. And as you can see, we have some nice color going on. We're just going to go for another 5 minutes on that side. Once that 5 minutes is up, we're going to go ahead and take this meat out of our pan and place it on a cutting board and set it aside. Before that, we're going to give you a nice little look at it. See what we got going on so far. Into the pan, you're going to add about 1 tablespoon of butter. And melt that down. And then to that you're going to add about 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Kind of mix that around, cook that down for about a minute or two. Then to that we're going to add 1 large onion that we have sliced. Just kind of toss that around in the garlicky butter that we have in our cast iron. And we're just going to saute this until it starts to break down a little bit and starts to caramelize. Go ahead and season it with a little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. Alright, start tossing that around just a little bit. Getting some nice color on these onions here. Next we're going to go ahead and get our veggies ready. We're going to slice up some mushrooms, some celery, and some carrots. And to that we're just going to add some red wine in there just to deglaze the pan. Just going to cook that down and reduce until we get a nice jammy mixture. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our crock pot and just place our meat in there. And to the meat we're just going to add our jammy onion mixture. And don't forget to scrape all that goody goodness out of that pan. And make sure it's cooked properly. We're going to give it the old rubber spatula test. Very nice. Very nice. And once we are done glancing at this beautiful steam coming off of this meat, we're going to go ahead and add about a cup of beef broth in there. And then to that we're going to add 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. And then we're going to add our real mushrooms in there. Make sure it's seasoned with some rosemary and some thyme. And to this, we're going to add our baby red potatoes. We're going to cook for a total of 8 hours, but an hour early. I'm just going to take a look at seeing what we got going on here. Very nice. If you could smell this, you would be very amazed. Then we're just going to go ahead and add our veggies in there. Make sure you do this an hour before everything is done. If you do it before, it is going to be all deteriorated and mushy. It's going to give you a bad texture in your mouth. Give it a nice little mix. And then cook for the last hour. And there we have it. We're just going to pull apart our meat. Look at how tender and juicy that looks. Supple. And there you have it. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe.